Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing very well. Today's video is another cook with me video where I made a full South Indian thali. These are the recipes which are prepared almost every other week in our home. I hope you enjoy them, so stay tuned. Rice is an integral part of a South Indian thali, and since I'm gonna prepare sambar as well, so I'm also taking Toor Dal or Arhar Dal. So first thing first, I will be washing them and will soak them for half an hour or so. Don't forget to reuse the water for watering your plants. This is not a mandatory step, you can make them as it is if you are in a hurry, but if you have some time I will advise to soak them for half an hour at least. So first I'll be sharing my one pot sambar recipe. This is again my easy version and not the most traditional way of cooking sambar, but trust me, you won't compromise with the taste, instead you will save some time. So I have taken a few vegetables like onions, tomato, round zucchini, drumsticks, carrots, and I also had some few cauliflower leaves and green chilies of course. So I usually wash, peel and cut them into medium-sized cubes. We have soaked the dal and won't cook it separately, so the veggies will cook together with the dal. Next, I am taking a pressure cooker. You can also take a heavy bottom saucepan or a slow cooker. Well, this is my quick recipe and hence the pressure cooker. I have taken some mustard oil, you can use any oil of your choice. Into it, I have added some dried chilies. To be precise, I have taken about half teaspoon each of cumin seeds and mustard seeds and 1/4 teaspoon of Menthi and 1/4 teaspoon of Ghee. And I guess around 2 red chilies. I have also added few curry leaves, but I forgot to shoot that, so if you have some curry leaves, don't forget to add that. Into it, add all the chopped veggies, add turmeric powder around half a teaspoon and salt to taste and mix them well. You can keep the heat high at this point of time so that all the veggies are properly smeared. I'm also adding half teaspoon of chili powder. You can totally skip it if you want to. If your red chilies are too spicy, then you can definitely skip it, or you can use green chilies instead of the red chili powder. Next, I'll be adding the main masala, which is the sambar powder. I use homemade sambar powder as well, but I also use store-bought one. So this particular day I am using 24Mantra Organic Sambar Powder. I was trying this for the first time that day and I was so impressed to see how clean the ingredient list is. Very simple, known organic ingredients and no preservatives. So 24Mantra has recently launched few more varieties of spice blends like garam masala, tandoori chicken masala, sambar rasam powder. Thanks to Ekirana.nl for sending me all these spice samples. This is not a sponsored video, but they wanted me to try out these masalas and give a genuine feedback. So I tried their sambar powder and the rasam powder that particular day for the first time, and I'll be giving you my genuine feedback on them. So I've used around 2 heaped tablespoons of sambar powder into my sambar, and then I have added the soaked dal. You can see how well the dal has soaked. Mix it well and I have added some hot water. Add enough water so that the vegetables and your dal is cooked properly. Into it I'm adding some tamarind water which I have soaked before. You can also use tamarind pulp if you have in hand. And I'm also adding a piece of jaggery, or you can also use a little bit of sugar to balance the tanginess and enhance the taste. So close the lid and allow it to cook for 1 full whistle on high flame and 1 whistle on low to medium flame, and then let the pressure get released on its own. Meanwhile, I am preparing another side dish, that is Menthi Majjiga. It's very simple recipe and I love it. It tastes so good and it's very easy to make. So I have taken some curd or yogurt, plain yogurt, and then added some water. Whisk it well so that there are no lumps, and I've also added some salt. To it, I'll be giving some tempering. For that, I'll be adding some mustard oil and a little bit of garlic, green chilies, and I have used around 2 cloves of garlic and I think around 1.5 green chilies chopped. Let them cook on low flame till the raw smell of garlic is gone, and then I'll be adding some mustard seed, the black mustard seeds, the small ones, and very little methi or fenugreek seeds. Also adding 1/4 teaspoon of hing or asafoetida. Added some curry leaves. I have the dried ones. If you have the fresh ones, definitely use them. Also adding a pinch of turmeric powder, and our tempering is ready. Mix it well in your yogurt or curd mixture and you can see how the consistency of the mixture is. So our Menthi Majjiga is ready. It's super easy and delicious. Just finish it with some finely chopped coriander leaves and it's absolutely done. And in the meantime, our sambar is all ready. You can see the dal is perfectly cooked and your veggies are not at all mushy. This is also a good time to add more boiling water if needed, if you're not happy with the consistency, and also check the seasoning. So if you want to boil the dal separately, you can. Like if you didn't get time to soak the dal, then you can definitely boil the dal separately, as it will take a little more time than when soaked. And then you can do the same process, just add the boiled dal afterwards once your veggies are around 70 to 80% done. In a separate tarka pan, I have taken some oil, around half teaspoon of black mustard and a red chili, dried red chili. Once the black mustard crackles, then turn off the heat, then add 1 teaspoon of sambar powder and 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. So this is completely an extra step. Your sambar is already ready, but I find this step always enhance the flavor of sambar. It genuinely smells so good. Next, I'm making another side dish, which is beans Porial. This is a very popular side dish in south of India, and you can find it in almost all the South Indian thalis. So for this dish, I am chopping some beans, and as you can see, I've finely chopped them into small pieces. I've also chopped some fresh ginger and some green chilies. I think I have taken around 1 inch of ginger and around 2 green chilies. I have heated some oil in a karhai and I have added 2 red chilies, dried red chilies, around half teaspoon of black mustard, 1/4 teaspoon of hing or asafoetida, around 1 teaspoon of Urad Dal, also adding the green chilies at this point of time, and 1 tablespoon of chana dal. You can skip the chana dal if you want to. Keep the flame low and cook the mixture for a few minutes. I'm also adding my dried curry leaves, or definitely add the fresh ones if you have in hand. This tarka itself smells so divine. You can actually use any vegetables with this tarka if you want to. adding in the cut beans. You can keep the flame high at this point of time. Add in salt to taste so that the beans get softer, and around half teaspoon of turmeric. Mix it well and then lower the flame. So since it's Porial, we need to add some coconut. I'm adding dried coconut. Definitely go for a fresh coconut if you have it in hand. I have added around 3 heaped tablespoons of dried coconut and half teaspoon of sugar. A little tip for my Indian friends who are residing outside, keep this dried coconut handy, ये बड़ी काम की चीज़ है. Adding in the chopped ginger. Don't try to skip this ginger, it will definitely elevate the dish. Maybe you can lessen the quantity a bit, but don't skip it completely. Also adding half teaspoon of coriander powder. Mix it well. It's almost done. You can see the beans are soft, but it's still crunchier from outside, so that's the beauty of Porial. Meanwhile, in another stove, my rasam was boiling. I am preparing the tempering here for rasam, so I have taken around 1 teaspoon of homemade ghee, half teaspoon of black small mustard, let it splutter. Also adding half or 1/4 teaspoon of Menthi or fenugreek seeds and half teaspoon of hing. Mix it well and your tempering for rasam is ready. So for the rasam, I have taken around 2 small crushed tomatoes, enough water, salt to taste, half teaspoon of turmeric, around 1 teaspoon of chili powder, around half cup of tamarind water, a pinch of jaggery, and around 2 heaped tablespoons of rasam powder. You can also add crushed black pepper, coriander leaves. There are so many variations of rasam. Do let me know if you want a detailed recipe of rasam. Kept it short, otherwise the video would have been really long. So our thali is absolutely ready. I am also adding a chutney that I had that day. It's eggplant or bangan ka chutney. I'll try to link the recipe in the description box. I am also adding some variam and papad and curd and ghee, because no South Indian thali is complete without curd. So this is a very simple South Indian thali and quite common in our household, and I have tried to share my simple way of making it, जिसे कहते हैं एकदम घरेलू तरीका. So for the 24-mantra rasam and sambar powder, I'd say I really liked the ingredient list and absolutely loved the clean and traditional flavors. The only thing I noticed is that they don't give any extra color to your gravy, for the obvious reasons that they don't add any extra coloring, and the spice level is kept pretty much balanced, which is again a good thing. So I'll be using rest of their masalas and will share my experience with you, so stay tuned for future recipe videos. 24-mantra is one of my favorite organic brands. You must have known it by now if you have watched my Indian grocery haul video, and many of you have asked me this question that from where did I get all the 24-mantra products, being in Belgium. So it's the same website, that's Ekirana.nl, and you can order online from Ekirana.nl if you are in Belgium or Netherlands. You can see the further details in my Indian grocery haul video. As usual, all the ingredients will be listed down below in the description box. If you enjoyed today's video, then don't forget to hit the like button and share your comments in the comment section. And if you're new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.